So there was a homeless guy. Oh, there was a guy who, you know, homeless, I'm guessing. He asked me for money. I politely told him no. And, you know, whatever, you know, he left, you know, he was nice about it. But it's not the first time that this guy, in particular, this guy has asked me for money. I have a rule that I set myself that I don't give money to homeless people. I don't. I mean, there's very, very, very rare occasions where I will give, you know, money to a homeless person. But it's not today. Today, you know, no. There's very, very few rare occasions where I will give money to a homeless person. And that was definitely not one of them. It's not that I don't want to help out. It's that I don't give money to homeless people because they won't use it for what I want them to. You know, if I'm going to give money to somebody, it's going to be to help them out, not to feed their addiction or buy something they don't need, you know. If I'm going to lend you money, or not lend, but I mean, obviously give you money, you better be using it for something that's going to help you. Not, you know, to feed your addiction or whatever the case may be. You know, if it's, you know, to buy you food or something like that, I will gladly buy you food. If a homeless person came up to me and said, I am starving, I haven't eaten in 2 days, can you please buy me a meal? I will go to the nearest place and buy him a fucking 5-star meal if that's the closest place. But I've had people ask me for money in front of places that sell food, and they say, yeah, you know, I'm starving, you know, blah blah blah, it's cold out here or whatever. And I say, hey, you know, I'll go inside and I'll buy you a nice meal, nice hot meal, you know, even if you're not hungry right now, you can save it for later. You know what they did? No, I want some McDonald's instead. I was like, no, you know what, fuck you, I'm not gonna give you anything, because you don't deserve it. You're obviously on the streets because of something that you did, and that's not my problem, you know. Fuck you, that's what I think. It's exactly what I want to say to you, is fuck you. If you're a homeless person and you're being picky as fuck you. That's my rant. Sorry. I'm just gonna tell you guys my stories. I've had somebody come up to me. I was on my break I was on my break at work like a year ago or so, and this lady came up to me and said, you know, I have my kids in the car, you know, my husband, you know, he didn't get his paycheck, he blah blah blah, you know, excuses. And this is the last time I will ever give anybody money. This is the last time I will, unless, you know, those very few rare occasions. This lady came up to me, you know, with her sob story, and, you know, I was like, hey, you know what? I have $2 in my pocket, you know, I'm gonna give this to you. You know, and she's like, you know, yeah, thank you, you know, I'm gonna use this to buy groceries, blah, blah, blah. And then she proceeded to, and then, you know, I'm using it to buy groceries and blah, blah, blah. And then she proceeded to say, can I take you to an ATM so you can give me more money? Yeah. Let that sink in, guys. Let that sink in. If she would have come up to me and say, hey, I have my kids in my car, they're starving, you know, they haven't eaten all day, blah blah blah, you know, could you give me money to buy them food or whatever? And then I would have offered, I would have said, hey, your kids are hungry, I'll buy them food. I'm not gonna buy you, I mean, obviously she's probably gonna eat off of, or whatever the case, you know, whatever. I'll buy your kids food, and I might even buy you and your husband food. But if you're gonna fucking ask me to go to a fucking ATM so you can possibly even mug me, no, fuck you. I'm so mad right now. Just thinking about it just makes me mad. So that's my experience with either just panhandlers, not exactly homeless in general, but panhandlers. You know, some people just might be down on their luck, and I understand that. But if you're gonna fucking ask for more money when I'm already giving you something, or you're gonna say, or I'm gonna offer you food and you're gonna request something else, beggars can't be choosers. But obviously, if you're homeless, or if you're a panhandler, you know, that's different, right? So since then, I've offered food to many of countless of homeless people, except for this guy. This guy said he wasn't hungry, blah blah blah, or whatever. He wanted money so he can go inside the McDonald's later at night, you know, when it's freezing outside, which is completely understandable. And I told him no, because his story before, when I offered to buy him food, I'm like, hey, you know, I'll buy you food, whatever. He said, I can't go in there. Well, I was at the exact gas station. I told him, he told me, hey, you know, I'm hungry, I haven't eaten in like 2 days, whatever the case may be. I said, hey, you know what, I'll go inside to this store right here, to the gas station, and I'll buy you a meal. I'll buy you a drink, I'll buy you, you know, whatever it is that you need right now. And he's like, no, I can't go inside the store. And I said, well, you don't have to. I mean, I'm gonna buy it for you. And he's just walked away. Just walked away. So I wasn't rude to the guy. I wasn't gonna be, you know, disrespectful in any way just because of what he did to me before. So no, like, you know, he had in his pockets, I saw he had cigarettes. He had a pocket full, like, you know, like 2-3 boxes of cigarettes, full. Like, you can see the cigarettes like almost hanging out, you know, like just ridiculous. So obviously, you have at least some sort of addiction. You know, maybe cigarettes, it may be alcohol, it may be drugs, it could be something illegal. You know, illegal. What, it doesn't matter. The fact that you have something hanging out like that, and you're asking me for money, you could have spent your money instead of spending it on cigarettes. You know, I understand it's an addiction, but people overcome addictions when it comes to something you absolutely need, like food or water. But if it's really that necessary for you to hang out inside of a McDonald's, don't buy cigarettes, don't buy alcohol, don't buy fucking drugs. I'm not gonna be a charity case for someone who doesn't need the help. God. It's just aggravating knowing that people are trying to use me. And I'm not gonna let people use me at all. Like, you know, fuck you. Oh, it's a nice doggy. No, that panhandler just made me flustered. Made me very irritated. The fuck are you doing? I mean, I'm recording this, right? They're just parked right there. I'm gonna stay here and see if they actually leave. Leaving the car right now. You know that's not a parking spot, right? You obviously don't care. It's cool. See, this is what you gotta deal with, guys. Guys, this is Vegas for you. Vegas. MOSA1, guys. Guys, if you know this person, Mosa1, she's an idiot. Sorry, Mosa, you are not number one. Got 100 subscribers today, and I'm extremely stoked about it. I made this channel, I'm not